Hello and welcome to Monday, our new extra class in the week. So I'm going to bring you live Pilates every Monday at this time. I can see there's lots of you on the chat, so I just want to wave you a big hello. We've had an amazing 4 days in the UK with our Platinum Jubilee. So we're all full of cake and tea and ready to work out. So the way class is going to go is we did a vote, or I put a vote out on the community channel, and I'm just looking at it here on my phone, and we had nearly 530 votes for an open level class with challenges and modifications so it works for everyone. So that's what I'm going to try and give you today. So today's a full body workout. We're going to do 30 minutes. And then at the end of that, I'll come back and sit here. And if you've got any questions for me, or if you want to chat about the Jubilee or anything else, I'll be with you afterwards. Okay. So most important thing with our session today, do what feels right for you. If anything doesn't feel right, please don't do it. Just try and listen to your body and tune in. Okay. So let us begin. All right. So here we go. You're going to come straight down onto your mat, all right, and we're going to start sitting up with our feet hip distance apart, lifting up through the spine, so really trying to lift off your bottom. Hands are going to go underneath your legs here, and we're just going to pick the shoulders all the way up and then roll them back and down so you feel nice and open in that chest. All right, from here, let's take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to pull your tummy muscles in and gently round just your lower back. So you're feeling a little stretch through that lower back. And then you're going to inhale to come up. So you're exhaling, drawing the tummy muscles in, a little rounding of that lower back. Inhale, up. We'll do 2 more. And up. And exhale, rounding. And up. Now keep that length of the spine, but let's release the arms. All right, we're going to take a breath in. Breathing out, we're going to draw the tummy in and come back. I want you to come a little bit further down to your waistband. Try and keep your feet on the floor. Take a breath in. Breathe out, draw the tummy muscles in. Coming forward, folding over the legs, reaching the arms forward, and then restack the spine. So breathing out, drawing in, coming as far back as you can. If your feet lift, then don't go quite as far. Okay, inhale. Exhale, pull the tummy muscles in, coming forward, folding over those legs, reaching those arms forward, lifting up. Restacking the spine. We're going to do 2 more. Coming back. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull the tummy in. Coming forward, folding over the body, lifting up, restacking that spine. And last one, drawing in, tucking under. Good. Inhale. Exhale, pull the tummy muscles in, coming over, and as you lift up, I want you to open the arms out. Now as you exhale, bring the arms forward and come back. Inhale, exhale, going forward, folding over, lifting up and opening the arms out. All right, exhale, coming back. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward, folding over, lifting up, opening the arms out. So really stretching. See if you can take them past the shoulders. Last one, coming back. Inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Inhale, lifting up, open those arms out. And now I want you to reach them behind you. Keep your spine nice and straight, but feeling that stretch in your chest. I want your fingertips pointing out. If you're very accomplished and flexible, you can point your fingertips in. Okay, but that is quite tough on the wrist, so you decide. Now, keeping your back nice and still, we're going to press into the feet and hands, and we're going to lift the hips up. And as you do, your spine is going to tilt backwards until you're looking up to the ceiling. And then you're going to inhale to lower down. So we're going to feel this in the shoulders. Exhale, press up. See if you can press up a little higher so you start to feel your bottom muscles working. And lower back down. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, lift up. Inhale to lower down. Last one. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale to lower down. Well done. You're going to bring yourself forward, hands underneath. Take a breath in. Exhale, tucking under, and let's come and lie down on our mats, hands down by your side, elongating that body and trying to find that neutral position. So we want our hip bones, our pubic bone, all on the same level. We're going to do a nice pelvic curl now. So you're going to take a breath in, breathing out. We're going to tilt the pelvis and then peel the hips up off the floor. Take a breath in there. Breathing out, I want you to relax the chest and slowly feel your way back down through your spine. So taking a deep breath in, breathing out to tilt, peeling that spine up. So I really want you to feel this in the legs and the bottom muscles. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming all the way back down. Let's do 2 more. Deep breath in. Exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale to hold. Exhale to come back down. And last one, deep breath in. Exhaling to tilt. And roll that spine up. Inhale to hold. And exhale to come back down. Now I want you to come back up to that bridge position. So you're going to take a deep breath in. You're going to breathe out to tilt. Roll that spine up. And we're going to keep the bottom in the air. Now you're going to inhale, raising the arms, reach them overhead. Exhale, bring them back down. So keep the hips up. Inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, coming down. And inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, bring them down. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, coming back down through your spine, all the way down onto the mat. And then you're going to bring your feet and your knees together. You can either leave your feet on the floor or you can bring your legs one by one into our tabletop position. So let's have the feet pointed, toes pointed, knees above your hips, arms out to the side. Breathing in, let's take both knees over to the right-hand side. And then breathing out, come back to center. Other way, inhale as you go over. Exhale to come back to center. Inhale over and exhale back. Inhale over and exhale up. So we're trying to keep our top half still and really use those abdominals to bring those knees back. This is your last one. And back up. Now leave those legs where they are. Let's reach the arms overhead. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to move the arms, head and chest, lifting up. So this is the 100 prep. Inhale to come down. If you want to work a little harder, as you lift, you can send those legs out and then bend as you come back down. Exhale to lift. The lower you go with the legs, the harder the exercise becomes. You just want to make sure that you're not arching your back. Extend and lower down. We're going to do 2 more. And back. Last one. And back. Well done. Let's bring the arms around to the side. Let's take the left leg down and extend that right leg as much as you're able. Let's bring our pelvis back to that neutral position. So you've got that little space underneath your lower back. If your leg is straight, you're going to flex the foot. Otherwise, you can have the knee bent, okay? Now from here, circle. So we're going to take the leg across the body, down, out to the side and up. We want to keep those hips still as we do our circle. Inhale across, exhale around. Inhale across, exhale around. Inhale across, exhale around. One more. Good. Let's go back in the other direction. Inhale out, exhale around, out and around. So trying to keep your pelvis nice and still. 3 more. Well done. Now I want you to point the toes, taking hold of that right leg. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, let's lift the head and chest up and have a gentle pull on that leg. So we're really pulling that leg towards us, really feeling a nice stretch in that hamstring, and release. And remember, just do what you can. As long as you're feeling a stretch, wherever your leg is, that's fine. One more. Good. Now from here, I want you to pull the tummy in and press your lower back into the ground so you can start to lift that left leg up. That's it. And then you're going to lower the right leg down. Well done. Bring your body down, arms out to the side. Let's reset the body for our circles on this side. So breathing in as the leg goes across, exhale out, across and around, across and around. 3 more. Well done. Let's go back in the other direction. Inhale out, exhale around, out and around, out and around. Last one. And around. Hold it there, pointing the toes, taking hold of the leg. Take a breath in, breathing out. We're lifting the chest up and we're gently pulling the leg towards us. Inhale, little release. Exhale, draw the leg towards you. Inhale, little release. Exhale, draw the leg towards you. We're going to release it, bending the knee, and then you're going to bring the other leg up. So legs are in tabletop. Let's take the hands behind the head to support the head. If you're feeling any strain in your neck, you can take your head down like so, okay? And then what we're going to do from here is just reach the right leg out, just hovering above the floor, trying to make sure you're not arching your back, and bring it in. Same leg, extend. And if you can, you're going to breathe out as you lower. That's to encourage you to use your tummy muscles. Last one. Well done. Let's go on to the left leg. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. So remember, we're not resting that leg on the floor. It's just hovering. Good. Lower and lift. Now going back to the right side, I want you to lower the right leg down just above the mat. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, pull the tummy in and try and tip your pelvis back so you really feel your abs switching on, and then release. Exhale, tip back. It's like a little pelvic tilt, and release. Exhale, tip back. And release. You're going to feel this in your core. Tip back and release. Well done. Let's bring that leg up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So reach that leg out. Take a breath in, exhale, tip back. So it's all coming from here and release. Exhale, pulling in, tip back and release. 2 more. Tip back and release. Oh, I can feel that. And tip back and release. Bring the legs up. Well done. Lie yourself down. From here, we're going to do a little flick of the legs. Bring ourselves up to sitting. So we're going to go into the rolling. If you don't want to roll, for whatever reason, I want you to work on the exercise that we started with at the beginning. If you're happy to roll, you're going to bring those feet in, bring your knees together, and float the feet up. So first of all, we're just going to find our balance, and I want you just to experiment with your body, see how far back you can go, keeping control without rolling. So you're really tipping back on that pelvis, really making your muscles work in your tummy. Now, when you're ready, you're going to tip back further. So keep pulling in until you roll back and then roll back up. So you're going to inhale, roll back, exhale up. Good. So roll away and up, back and up. 2 more. Back and up and back. Well done. And up. Let's place the feet down. We're going to scoot back a little and we're going to have our feet apart. You can have your knees bent for this, or if you're happy to, you've got flexibility. Legs straight. You want to be about the width of your mat. I want you to sit up nice and tall, okay, and take your arms out to the side. So from here, we're going to rotate to our right, bring that left arm across, and now we're going to reach forward as if you're going to saw off your little toe. Reach forward, head down towards the knee. Then you're going to come up and bring the body back to the center. Other way, you're going to inhale to rotate. Exhale to reach forward. Inhale to come up. Exhale, center. Rotating right. Reach forward. See if you can go a little further. Coming up and center. Left. Reach forward. Coming up and center. Last 2. Right. Reach forward. Coming up and center and left. Reach forward. Coming up and center. Well done. Bring your hands down and we're going to roll onto our side. So coming onto your side facing me, and let's elongate that body. Okay, so we're going to have our legs together, feet slightly forward of the hips. Reach that bottom arm out. And then you've got a choice of either being here, this is the more challenging way to do the exercise, or you can put your hand here. You're going to breathe out, and you're going to float both those feet up. Now, as we lower, we're not going to quite touch the floor. Just hover above the floor and come back up. Lower and hover and lift. And just be mindful of your feet not going behind you, as you don't want this to go into your back. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 2 more. Lower and lift. And lower and lift. Well done. Bring those legs down. Bend your knees. You're going to come on up. And you've got 2 choices. So you can do this on your elbow if you have any issues with your wrist. Or you can come up full arm. We're going to come all the way up and over. So just make sure this leg is in front of the other. Arm out to the side. You're going to breathe in, push into the elbow or the hand, lifting yourself up. Breathe out, taking the arm over, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Then you're going to inhale back to the T, exhale, lowering down. All right, inhale, lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. Just 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. Well done. Let's do the other side. So swing those legs around. Come and lie down. Okay, so and then the feet always slightly forward of their hips, head resting down, and then arm here or in front. Taking a breath in, we're going to breathe out to lift. And inhale to lower and hover. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower and hover. And lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Good. 4 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Going to bend your knees. Come on up. So either onto your elbow or all the way up. For our side bend, here we go. Breathing in, lifting up. Extend that arm. And then take it over and try and lift those hips to the ceiling. Try and turn your head to look down. Inhale to the T and exhale lower. Breathing in, lift. Exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. One more, lift. And over. And up. Now hold it here. Those of you on your full hand, you're going to rotate into a plank position. If you're on your elbow, you're going to come into your plank position, drop your bottom down, pull your tummy muscles in, and bring the right leg in, the left leg in, right leg back, left leg back. So right leg in, left leg in, right leg back, left leg back. Good. So keep that going. Nice steady pace. I want you to think of pushing down into the hands. So we're really getting a good position of the upper body. All right, because I want to build the strength in your arms. Back and back. In and back and back. If you're super strong, you're going to stay here. If you're not sure, you're going to take your knees down. We're going to do a little tricep press up. Your other option is to bring your knees underneath you if you're feeling you need to build confidence in your upper body. Okay, so here, elbows pointing back. You're going to bend the elbows, just lower as far as you can and press back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. 2 more. Lower and lift and lower and lift. Bring those knees back in underneath you. Hoping you're enjoying this so far. We're going to slide the right leg back. I want you to press down into the hands. So we've got a really good upright extended spine. And then you're just going to lift the leg up and lower down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. That's it. Keep it going. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there and see if you can remove your left arm. Okay, so having a little balance here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm in. Bring that leg in. Slide the left leg back. Okay, and again, get a nice position of that upper body. Pulling in on those abdominals. We're going to lift and lower. So keep that leg nice and straight behind you. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it there. Now pull the tummy muscles in. See if you can remove your right arm for a nice hold, shoulder down. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Bring the arm down. Bring the leg down. Let's take the hands wide. So wider than your mat. Okay. Upper body work again. Separate the knees slightly. So you're either going to be here with your weight in your hands. We're going to do a different set of press-ups. If you like a challenge, you can take your knees back, bring your pelvis forward. If you're super strong, You can be up in your full plank position, okay? Now you're going to bend the elbows, taking the elbows out and push up. Inhale, bend, exhale, up. Bend and up. Bend and up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Gently take the knees down. Bring the hands back underneath you. And then you're going to tuck your toes under. And you're going to lift all the way up into your up stretch. Push your chest towards your thighs. Lower your heels. And get that nice stretch through the body. Lift the heels. And bring yourself all the way down. All right, let's do that again. So we're going to lift up. Push back, chest towards the thighs, really getting that nice stretch through the whole back of the body. Get those heels down on the mat if you can. Lift the heels and bring yourself down. You can do that 2 more times. Lift and back. Stretch, good. And come down. And 1 more, lift. And back. Good. And up. And bring those knees down. Well done. Now I want you to cross your ankles and see if you can sit yourself back. Good. With your feet out in front of you. Okay, so we're going to try and have the legs straight. I'm just going to give you a little challenge. All right, so we're going to lift the hands up, interlace the fingers behind the head. I want you to pull the head back into the hands. Now, keeping your back straight, I want you to hinge from the hips. So we are just going back as far as you can hold it, and then you're going to exhale up. You're going to inhale back, exhale up. So I want you to take it to the point where you're just on the edge, just able to control it, feeling a little shake maybe, and up, and 1 more. Inhale back. Well done. Exhale up. Very nice. Take the hands out to the side, palms up to the ceiling. We're going to flex the feet. You're going to rotate your body to me for 1, 2. And inhale back to center. Other way. 1, 2. And center. Good. 2 more. 1, 2. And center. 1, 2. And center. Well done. Bring your hands down by your side. Okay, we're going to bend our knees and we're going to push forward. All right, and we're just going to do a little exercise to finish. So you've got our hands down. You're going to take your right leg back, your left leg back, bottom down so you're in a plank position. All right, now press into the hands. I want you to try and bring your right foot as close to your right hand as possible. All right, so you can feel that stretch. Then you're going to release the right arm. Take the fingers pointing up to the ceiling, looking up to the ceiling, finding that nice stretch through the body. Then you're going to take the hand down, press into both hands so you can take that right leg back. Same thing on the left side. Bring it forward. As close to the left hand as possible. So we're really sinking into that stretch. Release the left hand. That's it. Looking up. Well done. Bring that hand down. Press into the hands and take the leg back. Now take your knees down. Bring your knees together and bring yourself up to a kneeling position. So this is going to really work on the thighs and the knees. So any issues with the knees, just take it easy on this. We're going to bring our arms forward, keeping your spine still, your pelvis forward. You're going to hinge back from the knees. So this is the thigh stretch. And then come forward. You're going to inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Now I want you to go back. Stay there. Raise your arms up. Circle them out to the side and come forward. So we're going to go back. Arms lift. Try and reach them past your head. Circle and forward. Coming back, arms up, circle and forward. One more time. Back, arms up, circle and forward. Press your hands down. Let's do a little cat stretch. Take a breath in. Exhale, tuck your bottom under. Really pull those tummy muscles in. Let that head go down. Inhale there. Exhale, back the other way. Deep breath in. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale, back the other way. Now tuck your toes under, float your knees just off the floor. Same thing, exhale, tucking under, cat stretch. Knees off the floor if you can. Inhale, going back the other way. So you're holding your body weight. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale, back the other way. Now straighten the legs, hips to the ceiling, pushing the chest back to the thighs. We're almost done. Lower those heels down and walk your hands back towards your feet. Just let your head hang there for a moment. Take the weight out of your hands. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, pull the tummy muscles in and slowly bring yourself all the way up to standing. Okay, and I'm going to turn to face you now. Let's finish with 3 stretches. You're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, stretch out to the side. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, big stretch out. And one more, inhale up. And exhale out to the side. Thank you so much for working out with me today. It's been lovely to see you. So do go ahead and press the like button. Please do subscribe and please share this with any friends you may have who you think might like to watch it. And if you'd like to stick around for the chat, I'll come and talk to you shortly. If you need to go, then have a lovely day and I'll see you soon. Well done, everybody. Well done. Okay, so let me know what you thought, as it's our first time doing our new regular slot. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on it, whether or not the level's working for you, and of course if you have any questions. Before I have a look at the chat, just a couple of things to remind you about is I'm still doing my live on Friday, so now you can work out twice a week if you're available. So I'll be this time on a Monday and this 10 a.m. British time on a Friday. I also, as it was our Jubilee weekend, I did a special release this weekend of three new videos for you. So I've got a beginner level, an intermediate level, and an advanced level. And the reason why I put them out there is because I wanted you all to kind of gauge where you think your body is. Because I think with a lot of people, especially those of you who've been working out with me regularly, think you're not as far along as you are. And I've seen lots of kind of messages and things so far, and people saying, oh, I managed to do the intermediate level. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. So that's what they're there for, okay? They're there for you to see, number one, where you're at, and then number two, where you might want to aspire to get to. So do go and check them out. You can't miss them. I'm wearing bright yellow in all three, and it's in this lovely studio, which is in this really lovely location in the countryside, in the British countryside. And we've got some pictures and some film of where that is as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy watching that. Okay, so yeah, let's get on to questions and feedback. Wonderful stuff. So I'm going to start from the top. So we've got Calba. Hello, Calba, who's in the south of France, says they're loving the new time so they can finally join live. Well, it's lovely to have you, Calba. I hope this will become a lovely regular meeting for us on Mondays. Got a message from Chris Coutinho, who says they have difficulty getting on the floor as they've got knee issues. Any suggestions? Okay, Chris, so yes, I know that when there are knee issues, I guess I need to know what your knee issue is if you're happy to share it. I'm going to give some kind of generalized thing. So if it's arthritis in the knees, in other words, your knees are really stiff, I'm just going to get you something so I can show you. So what I used to do with a couple of people I worked with in London was I would get a chair, and I'd have a chair handy so that they could find a way to get down on the floor. And generally, if you're having problems getting down because of the lack of knee flexibility or pain in the knees, generally a good way to do it is to use a chair. So you can lean on the chair and you can go sideways down. That's one way to do it. Or you can just take the knee back this way, and as soon as you're able, come into your position. Same with coming up, use the chair to push yourself up. So that's a suggestion. I know knees can be terribly sore, can't they? And I have been reading quite a lot. I do a lot of research in my own time, and I'm going to be writing more for you as well soon. But I like to kind of research health, well-being, functionality of the body, things to improve our mind as well as our body. That's all my kind of thing, if you like. And one of the things that I read so much about is trying to keep as much mobility as we can. Now, obviously, if we have arthritis or have had a knee replacement or have a knee injury, you are going to be you're going to have to slightly modify what you do. But what you want to try and aim for is as much movement as you can that obviously doesn't cause you pain. We don't want to be in pain, and I don't buy into that whole ethos or if it hurts it must be good, because no, not necessarily. If your muscles hurt a little when you're doing something, you can feel that burning, that's not a bad thing. That means your muscles are being really challenged. But if you've got pain in your actual joints, so hip joints, knee joints, shoulder joints, that's like a red flag. That's like your body going, hello, I think we need to have a look at this. All right. So always be mindful of what feels okay for you and what doesn't. So Chris, yeah, going on to you, I'm really proud that you are wanting to get down on that floor. And I would say try using a chair, see if you can find a way to do it that way. All right. Meredith Tone, hello Meredith, lovely to have you here today. Meredith says, we have sore knees, can we put a towel or pillow under them? Absolutely. I'm assuming that means when you're kneeling, right? And yes, you can put a towel on, you can put a soft cushion. Just bear in mind that if you're putting anything that's like a cushion, that will slightly affect your stability, which is not a bad thing. It's just going to be slightly more challenging for you. But yes, if it's sore on your knees. The other thing I'm really going to emphasize, I'm just going to get something so I can show you, is that a lot of people, I've realized, are not using what I call a Pilates thickness mat. So if you look at my layouts today, you'll see I've got two mats. So the gray mat is about 6 millimeters. So that's like a yoga mat. And then the blue one on top is about 10 millimeters, about a centimeter, like this. So this is another example. And you want a mat, let's see if I can put it against my finger. You want a mat that's at least the thickness of your finger, okay? Because Pilates is very different to yoga, and there aren't as many Pilates mats on the market. But you can go, you want to go from 10 millimeters upwards in thickness, or do what I do and put two mats down, because that will really help with your kneeling. Okay, you want to be kneeling on something softer. I know myself, if I put a yoga mat on a wooden floor or a hard floor, it's not comfortable on my knees. So in Pilates, we use more padding, and I would really encourage you to get yourself a nice, thick mat. The thicker the better, particularly if you have pain in your knees, pain in your hips, pain in your lower back. Yeah, you need that cushioning, and it'll be so much more beneficial for you because you'll feel that you can work out without being distracted by that discomfort. Okay, so do have a look at that. I don't have any particular recommendations. I am actually looking at mats myself at the moment to see what is out there, because I think there's a real lack of good quality Pilates mats that are also sustainably made. I do get offered lots and lots of mats, but all the mats I always get offered are yoga mats, and they look lovely, but they don't work for Pilates, particularly if you're doing rolling, or as we were doing today, we were doing rolling work, we're kneeling and all those kinds of things. So yes, do get yourself a good quality thick mat, or don't be afraid to double up or triple your mat so you're nice and comfortable, okay? That's really, really important. Amy N. Hello, Amy N. Lovely to see you here. Lots of good questions today. So I'm going to come on to the more recent stuff shortly. But I'm going to answer Amy's question. Amy says, are there any Pilates exercises that one can do with a larger exercise ball? So I'm assuming, Amy, you mean like a Swiss ball? And yes, there are loads. I've actually got one here that I bought recently. One of these. This is what you mean, Amy M. Yes, look at this lovely bright pink ball that I have. And I am going to film a workout with this, but just one simple one that you can do is to sit on the ball, have your feet in front. I'm a bit slippery on here. I might go sideways. Have your feet in front, sitting up nice and tall. You have your hands rested on the side, and then you're going to try and lift one leg off the floor. It's like a single leg lift without falling. Yeah. And that alone is going to really challenge your core. And then you can do the other side, lift and lower. If you're feeling brave, you can take your arms out to the side. You can even extend the leg, bring it down and lower. But coming soon will be a workout with the Swiss ball. So if anyone's got a Swiss ball and wants to see a workout, then do let me know. I'll probably be filming that for you and make it a sort of a 20-minute one. But yes, there's lots and lots of Pilates exercise you can do on the ball. You can do planks with the feet on the ball, Amy. You can all kind of do all kinds of fabulous stuff, actually. So I will try and get you a workout. So you can see I've made a little note here. Louise Rogers. Hello, Louise. Lovely to have you here. Oh, Louise has got a fantastic question. So Louise says, can Pilates replace strength days? As she notices some joints are appreciating weights. Yes, they can. So Louise, we do a lot of body weight work in Pilates. So Pilates is mostly body weight and resistance. And if you enjoy doing weights, then by all means use weights. But resistance work is really good, and body weight. So for example, today we were doing our plank exercises, we were doing our press ups. All of those are great body work workouts. And if you think of the weight you're holding, your own body weight is much more than a dumbbell. So great for that. Things like, I mean, I really believe in kind of natural movements to kind of keep hip mobility. So, you know, any movements depending on how flexible your joints are, but things where you've got your feet down and you're taking yourself down into low squats, bringing yourself up, coming down, holding your body weight, turning. I mean, this is all body weight exercise, but also resistance work as well. So yes, it can replace it. But also, Louise, I think if you enjoy it, then I would say try and mix it up a little bit and do one day where you work with weights, one day where you do your Pilates. The difference with the Pilates is, excuse me, that we tend to work in concentric and eccentric movements, which means that we'll do an exercise. So this is concentric, yeah? So if I've got a weight in here, and I'm pulling it this way. This is a concentric exercise. Eccentric is when you're working in the other direction, which is where you get those kind of long, leaner muscles. I'm a huge fan, Louise, of a flexi-band, because this really does, much like Pilates spring work, it really does work the body, because it's quite easy for you to pull out, but bring the arm back and keeping control. That's the eccentric part of the movement. That is super good for lengthening the muscle, but also building a very, very strong muscle. My only thing with weights is, and it's not a criticism, it's a note, is that weights tend to work mostly concentrically, which means you will build muscle, and that's good, but you're not stretching out. So if you are doing heavy weights, or anyone out there is doing weights as well, please make sure you do your stretch. Or if you're going and doing some weight training, come back and do your Pilates so you get the benefit of the stretching as well. So I hope that answers that for you, Louise. Right, so I'm just going to have a look at questions on the chat. It's lovely to have some familiar faces. So hi, Leslie Beckwith. Hi, Cheryl in Virginia. How nice you can be live. That's just wonderful. Hello to Lily Mars. Lovely to see you. You got back just in time, because I think you do ukulele, don't you, Lily? Is it on a Monday? But lovely to have you here. Calbert, I hope you enjoyed that workout, because you're just telling me it's 32 degrees in the south of France. My goodness, that's warm, isn't it? It's actually pretty warm here. I think it's about 22, and the sun's shining, which, as you know, in Britain, for us, that's hot. Hello to Kim B. Kim, lovely to see you this morning. Hope you enjoyed the workouts. Really, really nice to see so many familiar faces, but also lots of new ones. So hello to Jane Saunders from a not so warm Giggleswick. What a fabulous name, Giggleswick. Hi, Jane. Lovely to have you here. Jackie Hanley, hello to you. Alison Ellis, hello, Alison. Oh, you've got a heavy cold, but you can do the workout later. Very good point. Well, I hope you're feeling all right there, Alison. Patty Smith. Hello, Patty. Oh, I know your name well, Patty. Lovely to see you. And Patty says, what a wonderful Jubilee that was. Patty, it was absolutely incredible. The atmosphere here in the UK, it was incredible. We live down near the beach in Brighton, and everywhere we went, everyone was happy and waving flags. And as you probably saw on Instagram, I dressed Boo up in a nice Union Jack scarf when we went out for our Jubilee picnic. It's been wonderful. And I was talking about it with some clients this morning, and I don't know if any of you saw, but the beginning of the Platinum Jubilee concert, there was a whole opening scene with the Queen and Paddington Bear. If you haven't seen it, have a look on my Instagram. It is the most fabulous, heartwarming, brings a tear to your eye. It's so nice. Little bit of film. So do go and check that out if you can. Okay, so moving down the chat, you can see Boo's arrived. Hello, Boo. Okay, so my little dog is come to join us. Chris Cutner says, what a pleasant surprise to find you live at a great time. Well, I'm really glad that works well for you, Chris. Really glad. Okay, and I hope you enjoyed the workout too. Karina Perry, hello, Karina. Lovely to see you here. Karina says, I totally forgot about our new Monday class. Already did the osteoporosis standing today, so I'm going to save this for tomorrow. Muchas gracias. That's wonderful to hear, Karina. And I'm so pleased that you're doing your videos every day, everyone, because that's wonderful. And there's doing a lot of, there's lots of research going on at the moment about what is the right length for a workout and what is the right time of day. And it's early days yet, but there are some studies, or a recent study has said that there are different benefits to exercise depending on what time of the day you do it, which I guess in a way is kind of, to me, kind of logical. So you burn more fat when you work out in the morning. You build more muscle. This is if you're a woman. You build more muscle if you work out later in the day. So that's just one study that I saw recently, but it's quite an interesting sort of concept. But the other ones, and there's been lots of these, have said that for women, the maximum you really need to do is an hour a day. You can do more than that, but if you do more than an hour a day, it won't give you any more benefit. So for me, I think, that makes sense. For men, they say an hour and a half a day, more than an hour and a half. You can do, but you won't get any further benefit from doing that much more. So what I always say to everyone who's with me on this channel is try and do a little bit every day. And you'll find that even if you just dip in and do 5-10 minutes, you'll get yourself into this kind of a lifestyle of working out being something that you just do every day, like brushing your teeth. And that's kind of what I want for you all. I want you to feel like every day you get your 10 minutes in, your 20 minutes, if you've got time, your hour with me, and it just sets you up for your day. Or equally, you do it at lunchtime to break up a busy working day, or you do it in the evening as part of your wind down routine. But it's getting into that daily habit that is so good. A lot of people ask me about my fitness. And they say, do you do any weights? Do you do any other form of exercise? And the answer is no, I don't. I mean, occasionally I go to dance classes when I can. But in terms of regularly what I do Pilates. I do a lot of mat work. So like we did today, I do have a little Pilates studio in my home with the reformer and the Cadillac and the ladder barrel, etc. I do try and do that when I can. But the honest truth is, this is what I do on a daily basis on different levels. So today I've been teaching. I've done about 4 hours today. This is my last half an hour. So it's nice for me to know that my day is nearly over. And then other than that, I just do long walks with the dog, with my little dog who loves that. That's why she's come in, because she's come in to remind me it's nearly that time. That nice long walks. Walking is so good for your body. So do try and get that, because being out in nature, even if you can do 15 minutes in a day, it's so good for your mind as well as your body. And I try and encourage people to think about it as being a way to kind of reset between one part of your day and another. So it may be that you can partly walk to work. So it prepares you for your working day, or you have a really busy working day, but you can give yourselves 15 minutes at lunchtime where you go out, you have a walk anywhere, really, just to get out in the fresh air. And at the same, like I do in the evening, I love to have my hour walk with my doggy in the evening, go down the beach, go into the hills. You know, you may live in the city, take a walk, go somewhere you haven't been before, but try and get that into your day as well, because it really will help you kind of manage all the things that are going on. Otherwise, you're just going to stay there, like me, a lot of the time, stuck on your computer, working. And you've got to try and break your day up so that you get that chance to kind of just be, it's very, very good for your stress and your happiness and your well-being levels. Anyway, moving on. Chris Kuttner says, since I joined late, can the floor exercises be done on a bed? I have knee issues getting onto the floor. So Chris, just following up, because I know you had a question there. I don't recommend doing Pilates on the bed because beds are very, well, you might not have a very soft bed, but most beds are quite giving, as in they move a lot underneath you. And you want to have a very firm surface when you're doing your Pilates, because what happens is if you do some of those exercises on a bed, number one, I don't want you rolling off the bed, but also it's very difficult for you to tune into the body when you're on a soft surface. You can't necessarily kind of work out where you should be moving from because it's moving underneath you. So if possible, please try and do them on the floor. If you absolutely, excuse me, if you can't get down on the floor, Chris, then by all means try them, but be very careful. Don't do any of the rolling movements or anything where, it's a balance-based exercise. Okay, so I'm going to move down the chat because I do want to get to you all telling me what you thought of today. All right, so De Leon says, my granddaughter needs the phone, but I love your workouts. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. Amy, just coming back to you, I will film a workout with the big ball as you have one. If any of you else, any other of you out there has a Swiss ball, that's the large ball, let me know, because if you wanted to, we could do one live on a Monday if you wanted to. So let me know in the chat, because a lot of the class that I do from week to week on my Friday, I gauge by what's happened in the chat or what people have said in the chat. Okay, so do let me know, because I'm going to be offline very shortly. Okay, Louise Rogers, just going to you. I'm just following up. You were asking if Pilates can replace strength days. As you notice, you're aging, 56. Some joints are appreciating weights. Okay, so Louise, just a note to you. Women in their 50s, very, 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 very important. I can't stress how important it is to continue to work on your strength. It kind of dies off a cliff in our late 40s, early 50s, depending on when your menopause kicks in. We start to lose our bone strength in our late 30s. In fact, slightly earlier than that, they've said now, but it really kind of dies off a cliff in our 50s. So weight-bearing exercise is so important, Louise. So that's the things that we were doing today. We're having to hold your body weight. So important. It doesn't mean don't do weights. Absolutely do weights, but try and do weight-bearing. So that's squats and planks and all the kind of things that we were doing in our class today. That's what I do. And you can see I'm 58 and you can see that I'm strong. I think I'm very strong for my age. And that's all that I do. And I make myself do it. A lot of women don't like doing the weight bearing work, but it's just vital for our longevity of health and independence and all that stuff. So that's my kind of full answer on that. Amy, okay, you rarely use the large ball, but you'd love to use it. Okay, so I'll definitely film something. Leslie Beckwith, hello, Leslie, and you're telling me it's a good time of day, and that's really good. Glad that that worked for you. Alison said you managed most of it at the basic level, which is absolutely brilliant. Well done. Hello to Carol Watkins. Carol, thank you very much for your donation. Hello to Irini Peskia, who's watching us from Cyprus. Hello from the UK to you in Cyprus. I bet it's lovely and warm where you are, Irina. Carol Watkins says, fabulous workout. Thanks, Rachel, as always. Carol from Boston, thank you very much. Daisy, hello Daisy. Daisy says, love all the levels, happy to modify whenever necessary. Oh, thank you very much, Daisy, really appreciate that. Jane Saunders says, certainly warmed up now. Cheryl Annan says, sorry, I was a bit late joining, but I love the new Mondays. My second exercise today. Just love your routines, Rachel. You do look after everyone. Oh, bless you. Well, I do my best, because you know that's what I'm all about, Cheryl, is it's become even more kind of focus for me, I guess, over the last year as we've been slowly coming out of lockdown, how much I really enjoy helping you out there. And I know that we don't meet face to face, but the benefits I hear, all the messages you send me, and if you get time, everyone, start reading the messages that people send in. It's amazing how many people are benefiting from being able to do this in their own home at a time that works for them. So I'm just so thrilled. I really am. And I love helping you. So you are so welcome, Cheryl. Jill McPhail says, nicely challenging for me. I'm just getting back into Pilates and I'm not very strong, but hopefully that will change quite quickly. Thank you so much. Jill, it will. You're saying you're just getting back into it, so it sounds like you've done it before. And one thing with any kind of movement, if you've done it before, you will have some muscle memory. So getting back into it, try and do it at least every other day, Jill, and you'll find in no time at all you'll be back there with your strength back up again. So that's really, really good to hear. Lily says, great workout. I needed to modify more than you were doing a few times because I'm still getting cramps on the side front of my thighs. That's really interesting, Lily. We'll have to look into that, won't we? You'll have to let me know which exercise you get the cramp, and I'll see if I can have a think about it for next time. Chris Kutner, is that right? Coutinho, yes. Says, forgot Cohen, please mention I have hamstring issues with the same knee, left side. Okay, so Chris, I hope you're all right today. The work we did today was quite low key. And it was strength-based work. If you had any pain in your hamstrings or any cramp is often a sign that there's a weakness in a muscle. And it means you might need to slightly adjust your position. That might be where your hips are, where your feet are. But I hope it worked out okay for you, Chris. Do let me know. Calba M says, great session, Rachel. Love the pace, which is just nicely challenging, especially in the heat here today. Well done, Calba. Really glad you enjoyed it. Marianne Makalongo says, great workout. Thank you for the Monday live sessions. I've made a note on my calendar. Well done, Marianne. Chris, oh, you got osteoarthritis in the left knee. Chris, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry, I've only just got down to that point in the chat. So Chris, really, really want to encourage you, if you haven't done it already, go and look at my Pilates for painful knees. That's the title. And Pilates for very painful knees. They are very much aimed at osteoarthritis in the knees. They're not the only workout I recommend you do, but they're the workout I recommend you do specifically for helping the knee and the stiffness and the pain in that joint. So do go check those out. And you'll also, when you've done those a few times, Chris, you'll get into kind of what are the movements that will help sustain the strength in the muscles around the knee. Because obviously we can do nothing about the arthritis. Everyone gets arthritis eventually. We just get it at different ages and at different levels. But what we can do is keep the muscles around an arthritic joint as strong as possible. And that will really help with your mobility going forward. Paula Mooreshead says, hello from the US. Thank you for a great workout. Hello to you, Paula. Lovely for you to join me. Daisy, thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate that, Daisy. That's very kind. Leotie Bennett is here. And Leotie says, I have a torn rotator cuff and a delicate back. How do I work with these? Now, Leotie, I hope you have got some physical therapy. Very important with rotator cuff. So if you've got a torn rotator cuff, really important thing, we don't lift the arm above shoulder height. Anywhere that you lift your arm, if you start to feel pain, you want to make sure that you don't go to that point, Leotie. So if you can only lift your arm a little bit, then that's what you do, okay? But you keep moving it. You just don't take it into the point where it's painful. So modify anything with the arms overhead. You don't go overhead. You take them out to the side. You take them to where feels okay in those arms, okay, Leotie? Delicate back, the important thing with the delicate back is we mobilize it. So assuming there's not a specific injury, and it's just a sore and an achy back, mobilizing is important. So everything we did today, really good for the spine. Moving the spine in every direction. If you don't have any disc problems, moving the spine in every direction is really important. So that's flexing it forward, tilting it back, rotating side to side, and also side bending. Those are all the things we need to do to keep ourselves nicely mobilized. The other thing, Leotie, with a delicate back is making sure that your legs, your hamstrings in particular, are stretched, okay? And that doesn't mean really hard stretching. It means gentle stretching. So you could have a look, Leotie, at my videos. I've got a video, in fact, I've got quite a few videos for back pain and lower back pain. They've got some lovely stretches in. So go have a look at those and try those and let me know what you think. Okay, so going down the chats, Leotie wants more magic circle, noted. Katie Wynn says, consider carpet underlayment pad. My £7 pad offers excellent cushioning for my knees. What a brilliant idea, Katie. Well done. That's absolutely brilliant. Now I can see there's a lady called Sayawamir Fitas, and I want to say hello. I can see lots of lovely emojis. I'm sorry that I'm not able to translate what you're saying, but I think you're saying you love the Go with the Pilates mat and you're enjoying the workouts. You've given me a big thumbs up and a kiss. Back to you. I'm so glad you enjoyed the session. So thank you very much for joining me today. Gay Forbes says, hello, Rachel. Hi to you, Gay. Lovely to see you. Lucy Stevens, hello to you, Lucy. Lucy says, I rarely can make it to the live sessions, but I'm so happy to be here from British Columbia, Canada. Hello, Lucy. Well, Lucy, come back next week. I'll be here same time next week. Louise, you're going to take a break from the weights. Good to hear. And do my classes. Yeah, just do it nice and easy, Louise, and just work your way into it. You'll find with Pilates, what's lovely about Pilates is if you try and do a little bit every day, suddenly your body just wants to do a little bit more. And you'll find yourself doing maybe a little bit of a longer workout or choosing to do another workout that might be a little bit more challenging. And as you know, there's lots and lots on the channel for you. And do join me live, because I know the live really helps. When you know that I'm really here now with you right now, it really makes a difference, doesn't it, to how we all feel. Julie Hunt, good evening to you, Julie. Lily, yes, the Queen and Paddington were adorable, weren't they? I have to say, I did have a tear in my eye. I just thought that was so wonderful. Amy saying, thank you for sharing the celebrations with us here in the US. We loved it. Julie says, excellent information, Rachel. I really appreciate the research. You're very welcome, Julie. Louise Rogers, thank you very much for your donation. And I'm just seeing that, yeah, it's a really good chat today, Lily, isn't it? Really good. So I can see Jill McPhail has got a Swiss ball, but it needs a bit more air. Right, Jill, you're going to need to get your pump out, pump it up, yes. I can see Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Sarah says, I have a big pool plus assorted other Pilates equipment. I loved the class. Thank you. Not been able to do the Friday AM, Sarah. Brilliant. Okay, sounds like the Swiss ball is a definite one for the future. Delia Hart says, hi, Rachel. Thank you for another wonderful workout and for the trio sessions that you put out on Sunday. Such a treat. I'm really looking forward to working my way through all three during the week. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for letting me know, Delia. Lily says, yes, she's a big fan of the Painful Knees video. So anyone with knee issues, then please do check that out. Delia says, yes to a big ball session. Be a good excuse to get mine out, which is currently gathering dust. I'm always a bit wary as it came flying off it once in a rather fast-paced class. That's understandable, Delia. Yes, we have to be very careful with the big ball. What I'm going to do is I'm going to film a workout for you. I'm actually doing some more filming next week. I'm going to try and film a whole batch of sessions in that lovely studio. So I'll make sure that I do one on the Swiss ball. I'll keep it short. And also what we'll do, Delia, is I'll do it at the pace that I normally work. So it's slow, it's concentrated, it's focused. That way there'll be no falling off the ball. All right, if I haven't mentioned your name, please don't think I'm ignoring you, but I do need to go. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. thank you for your donations, whether you've donated here today on YouTube or whether you donate to me on Ko-fi. Every single one of those donations enables me to be here with you and to be able to give you this Pilates. So thank you very much indeed. So I'm going to be back the same time next week. Okay, so have a look. I'll try and get it programmed up very soon, and I look forward to seeing you then. Don't forget, I'll be here on Friday. So if you want to join me on Friday, you can join me then as well. Until then, look after yourselves, take care, and have a wonderful week. Bye for now.